I started Now We Are Breaking Up almost absent mindedly on view. It's something to fill the time while I'm waiting for Dynamite Kiss to end its run. I didn't expect much. I thought I'd sample an episode or two, then move on. But it turned out to be one of those shows that slowly settles in. The series follows Ha-young-eun, a design team leader who works in the fashion industry. She's capable, guarded, and constantly cleaning up other people's messes, who crosses paths with Yoon Jae-kook, a freelance photographer. What begins as a fleeting, passionate night meant to be inconsequential inevitably becomes more. Fate, as it often does in Korean dramas, has other plans. From the beginning, the series makes it clear this is not about falling in love, but what it means to let go. Love here is not idealized, it is examined, questioned, and slowly unraveled. I've always loved Song Hye Kyo. There's very little left to say that's already been said. She's luminous, restrained, and effortlessly commanding. As Young Un, she plays a woman who has learned how to endure. She's sharp, resourceful, and painfully self aware. I found myself drawn to her side comments the most, the quiet observations that hint at everything she's lived through. Even if you strip the story down to dialogue alone, you can tell she has carried a lot and she carries it well. She leads her team not through force but through understanding, and for me, that alone makes her compelling. Jacob, on the other hand, initially felt like eye candy to me, nothing more. Standing opposite someone like Song Hye Kyo is no small task, and yet Jang Kiyong doesn't compete with her. He complements her. As Jacob, he knows when to step back, when to quietly support, when to let Young-eun remain in control. That understanding of her need of autonomy is precisely why he works as her partner. Their connection reminds me of the red string of fate. It's delicate, inevitable, and slightly uncomfortable. Their past ties flirt with taboo territory, yet, no matter how hard they try to avoid each other, they keep meeting again. Coincidences stop feeling accidental and begin to resemble destiny. After 4 episodes, I was hooked. Still, reading reviews, many of them regretful, even resentful, actually made me uneasy. People wish they could get their time back, so obviously I braced myself. But strangely, I liked the pacing. I liked how fashion was woven into the narrative, not just as an aesthetic choice, but as an extension of the characters' lives. It even stirred a quiet nostalgia for my own phase of admiring Korean models like years ago. What surprised me most was how invested I became in the side stories, comedic romances, feuding mothers, unexpected bonds between fathers and potential sons in law. It had been a while since I cared this much about an ensemble. Each character felt familiar, like someone you might know in passing but still want to listen to. One of the most frustrating and polarizing themes in the drama is the past, how it lingers, intrudes, and refuses to stay buried. Young-un, being Jacob's brother's former girlfriend, cast a long shadow over everything. A broken engagement, a death rooted in resentment, and the weight of unresolved grief followed them relentlessly. People around them feel entitled to intervene, to dictate what love should and should not look like for their own peace of mind. Young-eun especially bears the brunt of this. She has worked herself to exhaustion to build a better life for her and her family. She repays loyalty with loyalty, even when it cost her everything. And yet, she isn't allowed to want the one thing that brings her genuine comfort. Loving Jaeguk becomes another sacrifice she's expected to make. Jacob, meanwhile, has lived most of his life as an outsider. Paris gave him independence but not belonging. For all his gentleness and idealism, he slowly realizes that choosing love doesn't shield you from pain. He wants a future with Youngun, but he can also see her world collapsing under the weight of everyone else's expectations. What I appreciated was their maturity. As frustrating as the interference was, both leads faced adversity head on. Their decisions were painful but never careless. There's something quietly respectful about that. Yongun undeniably gets the shorter end of the stick. Her job threatened, her family strained, a friend running out of time, and endless messes to fix. Jacob, as a man, has more freedom to walk away and start over, which is kind of a sobering reflection of societal norms that still hold true to this day. By the end, I found Now We Are Breaking Up to be an unexpectedly engaging watch. It blends fashion and the retail industry into its storytelling with intention. And it explores love not as a single idea, but something multifaceted and often inconvenient. More than anything, it feels like a reminder that while having a reliable partner is a gift, life ultimately comes down to your own choices. And I guess the people who choose to stand beside you as you make them. Like I said before, I saw many negative reviews and I understand where some of the frustration comes from, but dramas, like life, are deeply subjective. This one met me at the right moment, at a point where I've lived enough to understand what it was trying to say, even when I didn't agree with every character or decision. Some stories don't exist to impress, they exist to reflect, and sometimes that's more than enough. So for me, Now We Are Breaking Up earns a 3.5 out of 5. And that's all from my notes. If you've seen it, let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.